How did my production skills develop through this project? Diary entry: The Adventure of Stealing Seconds. 03/18/25. Dear Diary, today I've been reminiscing on the whole process of making Stealing Seconds, and it has been such a great learning experience. I never knew or understand just how much detail goes into making a film until now. From mise-en-scène to sound, lighting, and camera angles, everything plays such a big role in making a story. Every decision impacts how the audience interprets or understands the film. I have grown so much in my production skills, especially when it comes to collaboration and how I organize things from now on. As the year went on, I learned so much about filmmaking and how deep of a process it is. Throughout the year, we studied certain clips and analyzed the camera work and mise-en-scène of them. It's crazy how everything on the screen has a purpose or reason for being included. There is always a deeper meaning that is created. As a group, we realized that we would have to create meaning in our own film by using camera work and technique that we saw on screen. Choosing my group was the very first part. I already knew Maddox, and I had worked with Chris before on a project previously. Then we just added Isabella since she didn't have a group, and we knew she would be a hard worker. We all brought our favorite genres to the table with examples of each. After collaborating for a while, we decided we would include drama, action, and adventure. I found out that each genre has certain genre conventions that would define the genre and separate it from others. I think that these conventions are extremely interesting, like the heightened and fast music in action films and darker tones in drama and suspense films. All of this was seriously fascinating. I believe my group worked pretty well together, with no one being higher than the other person. We all collaborated and brought our ideas to the table. Then my group and I began the storyboard. The storyboard was one of the most challenging things we had to make, as it went through multiple changes before our group settled on the current version we used to film. The storyboard included many features like camera angles, movement, sound, lighting, mise-en-scène, and transitions. Mise-en-scène is anything and everything in a shot. At first, it was very hard to come up with ideas, and with the storyboard in front of us, it made it harder, especially since we thought of scenes. When we thought of scenes we had to think of camera work we would use to develop meaning. We made sure to use many different features to add to the complexity of our storyboard. By focusing on genre elements of action, drama, and adventure, our group was able to reinforce audience expectations. When we were developing the storyboard, we did receive a good amount of criticism from our teacher, which was very constructive. I never felt personally attacked at any point, and I was very attentive while she was speaking. One new addition was the idea of a bike chase to add to the action of our film. I had an extremely fun role in my group. I was the robber in the film. This was so very fun. The filming process was cool, and it was fun to act like that and play such a big role. The brand new acting experience allowed me to explore new emotions, personalities different from my own. Also, it was very thrilling and exciting. We had a day scheduled to film, and we were going to film on my groupmate's street. Then I had to make sure I wore all black and brought my mask since I was playing the robber. We used the side of a street, the area around the tree, and an open grass area. Unfortunately, when we got there that day ready to film, one of my groupmates was out sick, and we couldn't film any other day. We pushed past this issue and still filmed. After school ended, we walked to my groupmate's house where we got the bikes we were planning to use in our film. Through my acting, my production skills developed tremendously because my collaboration skills, technical awareness, and analytical thinking all improved in the process. One of my groupmates filmed most of the movie, but then his phone died, so I provided my phone to film with, and I filmed a little bit too, which improved my production skills by hands-on experience with the camera I got. Our team member that couldn't make it for filming decided to work on the editing. They fixed small changes and made edits suggested by our teachers and the rest of the class. Some of the easy things we were able to do, like taking out the footsteps of the robber and taking out the punch sound effects, because it's quick and easy to delete us out. We made these revisions in time through setting deadlines, and having a good work ethic. A very important skill I learned was making the logos and opening credits. I watched several films compiling different professional logos and noticed that they developed the film's atmosphere and brand through their simple or over-the-top design. My team and I had specific ideas for our logos. First, we came up with the idea for corporate and then genre-based logos. We used Helio Video, an AI software that brought our logos to life. For our corporate logo, we came up with the idea to make the logo with the word MICE on it, which is an acronym for my group members and my name. At first, the AI wasn't giving us what we looked for, but after enough tries, the AI gave finally gave us our artistic idea we pictured. Now for the genre logo, our artistic idea was to use the word voltage as the logo, with the T being a lightning bolt as electricity flows through the letters. At first, the word voltage was yellow, but my teammate just told the AI to make it blue. It was a quick and easy fix. The AI maintained our artistic image we pictured for the genre logo. We maintained full ownership and original ideas for these logos, as AI was utilized only as an assistive tool to structure our human-driven creative inputs. For our opening credits, we used a clock to match the topic of our film, which is Stolen Watch. This signifies the importance of time in our film. Our film that influenced the creation of our opening credits was The Raiders of the Lost Ark, with the use of the opening credits where the logo transitioned into the first shot of the film. This is because it sets up the audience expectations for an action/adventure movie. In the end, I'm extremely happy with the creation process of this film and what my group accomplished. Stealing Seconds has taught me many things about filmmaking, such as the difficulty to have resilience and how important organization/having a plan is. Looking back at my skills then, I am proud at how much my production skills have improved.